I'm Patrick Bailey with whiteboardcoder.com. Today is May 27th, 2020, and this video will be going over some of my initial plans for landscaping and my initial budget for landscaping my backyard. Okay, now we had a house built last year, and as part of it, they did not finish the landscaping in the backyard. That was part of the deal because I guess everyone wants to customize their backyard. So we're going to put a lot of sweat equity into building our backyard out and doing it ourselves for the most part is our plan right now. So with that, I was going to do kind of a series of videos on anything that was interesting on anything we're doing in the backyard, just to see where we succeed, see where we fail. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there where there's experts who know what they're doing. You probably want to go watch those for specific things. And I will too. But it's kind of nice to see just a regular person who's, I'm handy, to see what they do and what they come across and how it looks in the end. And, maybe, it's 2020 and maybe you watch one of the videos I do and it's 2025 and you ask, how's it still going? Did you have to fix did you fix it? Is it still working what you did or point out mistakes? Or sometimes it's nice to get some feedback and some people might say you did this or that wrong. But with that, I'm going to try to make a series of videos as time goes on and what we're doing. First thing, I'll show this I'll go over the design. Now, one thing I did is I picked up Real-Time Landscaping Architect from Idea Spectrum because I wanted to get some landscaping software. And so far, this is the best I found, and I really like it. The idea is I wanted to design something in my backyard, but I also know I might do tweaks for the next 10 or 20 years. And although this software I'm sure is going to progress, there'll be new versions every few years, it'd be nice to know that whatever I buy and whatever I design, even if I never upgrade it, I can still use it. So knowing that I'm going to spend I plan on retiring in this house someday, it'd be nice to, let me put it this way. There probably are some web applications out there, but we don't know where those are going to be in 10 years. And who wants to pay a web subscription for 10 years to do some kind of design? I'd rather spend the money up front, get a program, do what I want, and I still have the program so I can revisit it. And anyway, I bought the Architect one, which has all kinds of features in it because I needed some stuff. I got sloping stuff, but you may not need that. They got a Plus, a Pro, and an Architect, and you can download them and use them for free. They're pretty cool, but try before you buy. But anyway, I'll show you what I'm doing. I just want to point out that I'm using the Architect. So if there's some features that I have, if you don't have the Architect, you might be seeing some features every so often that you may not have if you don't have the Architect version. Okay, so starting off. Here, I went in here and designed my house. And so here is a top view of my house. And if I go click on perspective, I can go look at my house as it is right now. So right now we have the backyard is just dirt. Dirt. And, power unit there, power supply. And the front, we have all this rocks and we have this yard. So we're not going to change too much in the front. The front will keep the grass and we'll keep these rocks over here. But we have talked about probably switching the rocks over on this side for mulch as part of our project. Now here is one of the things let me show you two things that are kind of cool. One, here you can go click on this walkthrough. And if you had an Oculus Rift, I guess this works with Oculus Rift, which is really cool. I don't have an Oculus Rift, but I wish I did. Because now I can go in here and I can press F3 and I can actually change the time of day. And because I have the north oriented correctly here, it'll actually change where the shadows fall. But I'll just leave it to noon. Also, if you happen to have lights, like I do have one light here on this view. I have a street light and I can kind of go through here and you can see the street light is actually lighting. But let me just go to a day view. Go to day view. And the nice thing is you can kind of go up and down and move around. You kind of get a perspective on how things are going to be when you're done. It's kind of nice to, if you're on your back porch, what's it going to look like? When you get that grass done, what are you going to see? So it's kind of cool having that feature. I'll hit escape to get out. And now if I go back to the plan, another nice thing I like about this is you can do layers. So you can lock layers, you can hide layers. And so I hit a bunch of layers, but I'll show them right now for our phases. So what I'm hoping to do, let's see, phase 1 and open patio stuff. I think that gets it all in there. And boom. So this is our plan. So because those are layered, I can hide and show them. It's really cool. So now if I go look at the walkthrough, here is our plan. Plan on doing mulch over here. And I plan on laying a paver path, a rather wide path, because I hate it when they make paths too narrow to get things back there. Plan on doing a paver path back here and going up to this little back patio here, putting a couple of stairs in. And then we're thinking about putting some either patio tile or paver tile up here and a couple of stairs down here. This will be our grass area back here where we're going to put one little tree, put a bunch of sprinklers in here, another stair, some more mulch over here, some little bushes. Some of these, I believe they're called reed plants. They're native here along the back here. And then the big thing we like to do is put this patio back here and another little path back here where we're allowed to put we open up onto we open up to a path in our backyard, and we're allowed to put a little gate back there. So we plan on doing that. So that'll be kind of cool. And then just more mulch on this area. And then we hope to do a fire pit, but that may be for a further thing. We hope to do this little wall. And so that's our general idea. And also we've had some future plans as possibilities. And that's the cool thing. We can layer things up. So I can go on phase 2 and unlock that, which we're not doing this year, but it's a future thought. Where we do that, now we have these planter boxes we're thinking about putting in. And we're also thinking about building this up here and putting this giant planter box in and putting a planter box over here. Oh, and I have 2 picnic tables, which I don't need. Okay, I can just delete that one. There we go. So those are some more thoughts. Let me go back to what we're doing. Move phase 2. Boom. Okay, so with that, a couple other features I can show real quick is you can put in, let me show the sprinklers real quick. I'll show the sprinklers, and you can adjust the sprinklers so you can show where they're hitting, which is kind of a cool feature. And if I do a walkthrough, I'll do a quick walkthrough here. The sprinklers actually squirt out, which is, kind of funny, just for fun. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the lighting in. Let me show the lighting. That's another interesting thing. Let me turn off the sprinklers and lighting. Boom. Also, you can put in, there's some other interesting things about here because this is where I'm going to run some electrical lines for low voltage, and you can click on any one of these and it shows you how long it is. That's 300 feet. So you can kind of give an estimate of how much material you need. Or I can click on this grass area, and it's going to show that I need 714, right down there, 714 square feet of sod. So there's little cool things that's going to help me out a lot, I think. And let me go back to my walkthrough, because now I should have my lights. I got these little lights, so you can see one there. And I hit F3, I can go to nighttime. Let's go to midnight. And you can kind of get an idea what the lights might look like. In fact, you can kind of adjust, I think you can adjust the brightness a little bit. F4, there we go. F4, I can kind of tweak the brightness so I can see a little better where all those little lights are going to hit. So another little nice feature. Let's see. One more thing I might want to show. Sprinkler lines. So I got sprinkler lines in here. You can see they're crisscrossing here, but same thing, I can go click on those and see how long they are. So there's a lot of cool features to that. With all that, now let me go over our budget. As I do this, I just have a rough estimate. I may be way off. I've done a little bit of research, but I'll learn as I go. But as we do it, I'll keep updating my budget. As I do a video, I'll kind of show where we're at, what we've actually spent. So right now, here's my budget, here's my estimate line, and here's what I've spent. And I've kind of split this out into 13 different categories so far. So the first one's software. I've already bought it. So we've actually spent the $400 to get this architect thing. I got some money set aside for some consulting. I know a couple of landscapers, and so I'm going to kind of bring them over. I don't plan on utilizing them. I may, but also I kind of don't want to go in. I want to pay for some consulting. Some free advice is fine, but I'd like to, pay some people for a couple hours of their time so I can ask them important questions and get some good feedback. And also, their time is valuable, and it's not really fair to just use and abuse them. So there's consulting. There's my sprinklers and my grass and my sprinklers, which I'm estimating at $34.10. I've already spent $242. Mulch, which I'm guessing that's what's going to be. That paver patio on the back. My mother-in-law, I should just call it mother-in-law's patio. How about that? Mother-in-law patio. The mother-in-law patio, which is the steps and the pavers over there. The side walkway, the back walkway, the gate, all the lighting, I'm also going to put French drains in. So we have all our downspouts, but I want to bury them and put French drains to the backyard because we kind of have a little bit of hill. Things drain pretty well here, but I plan on retiring here, so I might as well do really good drains right now and forget about it for 40 years, right? Tools. Here's the important thing. I get to abuse this budget for a lot of tools I need. For example, I'd like to get a really nice wet saw to cut tiles that I could use later on. I also need a lot of hand tools. I need some shovels, or some stuff I have, some stuff I need. Ethernet. Oh boy. I'm thinking about burying some Ethernet in the backyard for the possibility of controlling things on my fence line. We'll see how that goes. It's one of those future things. And also kid labor. To incentivize my 2 children, we set aside some money to pay them a little bit as we do some of these things. Like just recently we had them move a bunch of rocks. We paid them $60. And there you have it. And then I'll go real quickly so you can kind of see where we are right now. Page by page, because we have it broken out. I'm not going to go in too quick detail, but you could pause the video, I guess. So there's the software, landscape guy. Here's our sprinklers, where I'm having all this guesstimation and calculation on what we need. And individual, like, drip lines, I put $50. Rotary, 16 pop-ups, $128. I could be off on these, but I was looking up some numbers. Mulch, I'm taking calculation how much I have in total, like 2,000 square feet. How much it's going to cost, how much a tree is going to cost, things like that. Paver patios, I may be way off on this, so we'll see how that goes. How much a fire pit's going to cost, I don't know. Patio, same thing. Walkway back, gate, lighting, drainage, tools. We've already bought a couple of rakes and pickaxes and shovels, We've got a tiller coming. That's going to be one of my next videos. We have to till up the land. So that's coming. So that'll be an interesting purchase there. Ethernet cable and kid labor. I already spent $60. So there's that in short. And so hopefully we'll do a lot of interesting videos this summer and see what we can do. So next, I'll just do a little quick run by of actually what my backyard looks right now in its very bare, unmade state. Okay, so here's the backyard and all its dirt and glory. Got a whole bunch of nothing back here. So we have called 811, so they've actually marked all the utilities. That's a very important thing before we start digging. We do have, here's one of the downspouts. And so I am going to put a French drain in here as the plan to bring this all the way to the edge of the property, and also, something needs to be done with that anyway. And then over here is where we would put one of our paths that would go down and around into the fence, where we would put a gate. And then over here, we did put, just kind of as a test, we put a little fire pit in just by hand, just some rocks and stuff. And we kind of learned here it's too windy. So with a wood burning fire pit, we get a lot of embers flying around, and so it makes it a little nervous. We may put a wood fire pit in, but chances are long-term we want to put in a propane tank, or longer term a natural gas line and put a fire pit out here. That way we don't have to worry about the embers, and it's kind of nice to switch on and off. So that is part of our plans. And then over here, somewhere around here is where we would put the gate in. And over right about here, here's where we have our paver patio here. And over here in the back, it'd just be mulch. In the future, we put a tree here somewhere and put in those planter boxes we talk about. But that's phase 2. This is going to be phase 1. So, and then also all around here, near the line, we'll put all those reed plants, is our plan right now. So, that is our dirt, and we have a long way to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like. To subscribe, just click the subscribe button. Also, you can follow me on Twitter under the handle @whiteboardcoder.com. View any code I may have thrown up as a gist at GitHub under the username PatmanDenver, or check out my blog site at whiteboardcoder.com.